Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing fine and we're still going at it. I appreciate your support. We're rising up. I'm not blocked. I'm not censored. We're doing it. No more political stuff. We'll do regular stories and we'll just take it from there. I'm learning as I go and I appreciate your support. The super chat and the memberships. I appreciate that. We're going to do the football. Later in the week. There's injuries and you can't be counting games and then then they report more injuries on Friday. Said so we got time for that. We've done pretty good with the football, so uh, that's good. Thank you, Jesus. And you see on here, good thumbnail, right? Did Mike Franzese ever put a hit out on Sammy the Bull Gravano? Well, either back in the day when they were active or post mob life. Well, when Mike Franzese and Sammy the Bull Gravano did that interview on VLAD, PBD or whatever all that was, VLAD, and they went at it. You know good, you're lying. Who was the liar? Who was the rat? Who was this? Who was that? They went at it like cats and dogs. So there was like, oh my gosh, these prominent names locking horns, and somebody's gonna, they says Mike Franzese got a hit on Sammy the Bull Gravano. Wow, there was some validity to it, but it was more or less staged because you had to buy the video or DVD or whatever it was. You had to buy it for $49 or whatever the heck it was. You had to buy it for the rest of that interview. They marketed, they directed that, they produced it, they marketed it perfect. Them guys are the best. Vlad's great. But Mike Franzese could have promoted that and marketed it just as good as anybody else because he's a great promoter. But Mike, well, they had a problem one time. I don't know what chickens at a farmer's market, and who had this and who had that. It was quite petty, but it was funny that they had to sit down over these chickens or something at a farmer's market, and like it was minimal. It was very minimal. It was very petty, but it's just you see things that are very petty and but it comes down to, it might sound petty, but it's disrespectful. And just like the mob or anybody else, like, oh, the mob deems and demands respect. Well, everybody should, if you carry yourself right, everybody should expect respect. If you handle yourself in an upright manner, everybody should wish to be respected, or at the least not disrespected. So it's respect. It's respect, whether it's $20 over there or 100,000 over there. But Mike Franzese would never put anything out like that, ever. He would never put anything out like that. Hey, Mr. Brossman. Good morning, pal. I had to get rid of that troll last night, and then his buddy comes in that they go buy dresses that, oh, you like to hear I like to hear myself talk. I got 328 videos. Of course I like to hear myself talk. Of course. Now go find a dress somewhere. Come on. Please forgive me, folks. But you see it all. You see it all. And I promote comments and everything else, but you just see the microcosm and the demographic of certain people. They're just in la la land. The guy took out. So the guy watches. If you don't like it after 4 minutes, whatever his name was, I can't remember. Little Frankie boy from Kalamazoo. Don't watch. What is wrong? Don't watch. Don't watch. It was the other guy I kicked out, who's been a chiseler and everything. He's been a chiseler, and he wasn't even subscribed. He was always in my comments. James Niagara, whoever that clown was, always in my comments. He never, I checked back, he was never even subscribed. And he always was putting his nose in all this, talking gibberish, like he's a gangster wise guy. You ain't nothing, bro. Go back to your mom's, go back to mommy and have her cook your breakfast for you. God forgive me. So Sammy the Bull Gravano and Mike Franzese, I mean, you talk about who was in the Colombo family, Gambino, they cross-pollinated or everything else. A lot of people knew a lot of people, but there wasn't no hits on each other. They were spreading rumors. Sammy the Bull's hiding in a cave somewhere. You couldn't find him. Mike Franzese is in a highly secured fortress out in California. You can't get at either of these people. They could have threatened each other on VLAD TV and said, I'm going to get you or whatever. It was edited or whatever. Who knows what was edited out of that video? But it was funny, though, because even though it was staged per se, that they still got aggravated, because see, the fact of the matter is, see, folks, let's break it down to another layer. These guys are gangsters. They're hustlers. They've been thinking many years how to maneuver, how to navigate. They go on VLAD as these huge mafia personalities. They knew Sammy the Bull Gravano, the world, before they knew Mike Franzese. Okay? So let's do the psychographics. Let's do the psychology of that. Sammy the Bull Gravano, well-known, publicized rat, boom, boom, boom. Mike Franzese, it was still a little unknown about whether he was an informant or not. So set the table there. They end up on VLAD. He's got millions and millions of subscribers and everything. So Sammy the Bull Gravano was talking, they're doing the interview with VLAD, and he's just thinking, I know Mike Franzese was a rat, an informant. He's sitting there thinking this, and then Mike and that whole world knows Sammy the Bull. So, Sammy the Bull Gravano's sitting there thinking, oh, well, the world should know he's a rat too. He's thinking, while they're doing the interview, well, the world should know that, Mike Franzese puts on this, altar boy persona and everything, and does a good job. He's good. Mike Franzese is good. So Sammy's thinking, yeah, but the world should know he's a rat too, and an informant. And then they locked horns. You were a rat. Then they're going. VLAD had to break it up. Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Here these guys are 70s and they're mid-70s, high-ranking ex-figures in the mafia, and they're going at it. But it was staged. VLAD knew that they were going to get animated and go back and forth, but it was staged. The interview was staged. There was no hit. They've spread rumors that, there are certain rumors that were spread around with wise guys, ex-wise guys from dinosaurs and everything else. They were just talking gibberish. That's all they were doing. But there was a sense of legitimacy to it when Sammy the Bull was still talking smack back, but Mike Franzese, you always seen the calm Mike Franzese telling the stories, and all that content. But Mike Franzese, there was a different side of him that he wanted to reach over and he really wanted to smash him. At the same time, it was a good promotional tactic also because they made millions on that video. Millions. They're not going to sit there and do a video of highly you too, thanks, Mr. Brossman. They're not going to sit back on a video, highly anticipated video, the sit down, and say, oh, hey, Sammy, how's the wife and kids? Hey, Mike, how's the wife and kids? Oh, did you check that movie out? Oh, did you watch that football game? Oh, no. No, they ain't going to exchange pleasantries. They're going to go at it. But in reality, there was a lot of pent-up stuff from yesteryear, years ago where they knew, but a lot of it dissipates 30 years later, 40 years later, 50 years later, it dissipates out. You go on with your life. You forget about it. But while you got the guy on the spot across from you, good, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't a rat. Norby Walters, I wasn't a rat. Everything. Godly, it was funny. But there were no hits. They were trying to spread a rumor about who might hit each other so they could do another sit down with Vlad and make another $87 million or whatever it was. It is not even disclosed. But worldwide bestseller. And maybe they'll do another one and just hype it up. Maybe they'll set the table, stir up the pot, get people salivating, and then put it out. Probably not for $49.99, probably for $29.99. But that's what it is. They're the two old dinosaurs that are left as far as the mob world goes. Joey Merlino has got a channel now. That's all I'm going to say. Joey Merlino has a channel now, and I got nothing against him. He's doing his thing, and that's all right. It's entertainment. If you like him, then you watch him. If you don't, like I told that guy in the thing, you don't watch. If you don't like the content or you don't like the way I look or talk or my studio or the lights, don't watch. I'm not here to change your diaper. Come on, folks. You see it all. I got degrees in psychology and human behavior, but holy cow, it takes the cake. So check out the other video I also did was Sammy the Bull Gravano, an agent for the FBI. I just did it yesterday, and you be the judge of that. You be the judge. Just for your head, whether you see, if you're interested in the mob genre and you've seen so much said, so much debate, so many things out there, but sometimes 1 and 1 is 2. It's not as hard as it seems where they're debating, and then you got the other MTR and these other commentary people, and they throw it around. Well, it shouldn't even be a discussion. There's still it's like a political football, but it's a mafia football, and they just keep bouncing it around, fumbling around, and it's like, well, back in then, they were all informants. Case closed. They were informants. They were in some type of relationship with the FBI in some sort of fashion. If they're 70 years old and they're on YouTube and they were high-ranking members, it's a no-brainer. They were with the FBI. In some fashion, historically speaking, they were in the mix. And you decide whether Sammy the Bull Gravano was on their payroll or not. Way before he was the publicized rat. So that's it. We're gonna wait on the football, my good friends, and thank you for your support. Yeah, you don't have to want just football picks. Just support my channel on whatever level you can afford. That's all. I've put out over 400 videos on here. I've tried to do the best I can, and I don't have a lot. I've been censored and blocked and everything else. If you could throw me a bone once in a while, throw it, because I'm going to start weeding everybody out. This is going to be an exclusive channel, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. God forgive me, but the people that have been riding along, that's all right. But geez, I mean, everybody wants stuff for free. Well, yeah, there's a million channels. Go watch them. Go watch them. I don't have a filter. I don't care. I'm not here to babysit anybody and coddle. It is what it is. That's all there is to it. It is what it is. I mean, everybody else is marketing and selling and everything else. I've been through worse than them. And they're all liars. They're all liars. And we can't forget Jesus Christ either. You know, I got to ask Jesus Christ for forgiveness after my videos, because sometimes I sin during them. So thank you, folks. We'll do the football picks, and we did good. We did good. I don't bet big or anything, but I don't have it to bet. But if you did good, help me out. That's all. Support. You don't have to be a member. And if you're a member, I can do exclusive videos with you. Yeah, and memberships on different levels. And we could do the best bets at the games. But in general, if I just get support without memberships, you know, with the super chats, then I'll just give them right out to everybody. That's all. But don't rely on another subscriber to do it. You do it. Don't be a chiseler. Get the razor blades out of your pocket. That's all. If you don't like it, run. Run. If you don't like it, run. I don't like chiselers. I don't like panhandlers that want everything in life for free. Run. Thank you, folks. So support me if you can. And I got a book that 500 subscribers never even looked at. They dead missed. Get the razor blades out of your pocket or hit the road. That's the way it is from here on in, folks. That's all I got to say.